Alright, where we are now is to constrain so that the follower will follow the cam. Now if you're looking at mine and going, wait a minute, that's no longer the snail cam, that's because I couldn't get the snail cam to work. When I researched it, it said just keep trying. It's finicky. I kept trying. After 20 minutes it didn't work, so it was quicker just to replace it with the pear cam versus the snail cam. If you're really passionate about having the snail cam in yours, feel free to tweak with it. The process is exactly the same. It's just quirkier on trying to get it to work. So what I do is I'm going to be doing a constraint, and this one's going to be a transitional constraint. So I go right here where it says transitional, and I click on that, and then you've got to play with it quite a bit and move things around, but I've had the greatest success with picking the bottom of the follower first and then a flat surface on the edge. Now the reason why the snail didn't work was because you see how this is done in like several different pieces. With a snail, what would end up happening, well, if you have a snail, you'll see on there. It didn't work. But this one seems to be working. It snapped, and maybe it's going to work the first try. I hit apply, and it did. A lot of times it'll pop up a little error message. You just close that out and you click a different surface, or you switch the order. So in other words, if you do the follower first and it gives you an error, do the cam first and see if that works. You just got to play with it a little bit. It's not always perfect. And then I come over here and I turn my handle, and it follows the cam. So I can go back here and make my box visible again. Right there. Boom. Visibility. And I now have the box assembled and constrained. The final thing I'm going to do is I want to get rid of all of these yellow lines, these visibility things. So I'm going to go over here, and the first thing that has visibility is my follower. So I go here, and I am seeing the YZ plane, so I'm just going to uncheck visibility, and the XZ plane. Notice how they gray out. That is good. On the handle, I have the axis right there, that work axis, so I'm going to make that not visible. On the cam, I have a plane, and it's not showing up there, so I'm going to go over to origins, and it's my YZ plane, and I'm going to uncheck that. And I have this axis right here in my box. So sometimes this gets to be a little bit of an Easter egg hunt, but nope, I'm not. Oh, there they are, the work axes. Right here, and uncheck, and in here, and uncheck. And then that gets rid of all those axes, and my box is now complete and better looking.